Hi everyone, this is Near Signature. In this video, I'll be teaching you 5 different type of neckline. If this is something you want to learn how to do, please stay till the end of the video. Do not skip any part. I want to appreciate my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. Those who are yet to subscribe, please do well to click on the subscribe button. Drop your comment in the comment section and do give this video a thumbs up and share the link with others. So to cut a perfect neckline, if your neckline is wide, then the depth of the neckline have to be shallow. If the neckline is thin, then the depth of the neckline have to be deep. I hope you understand. So this particular neckline, we are cutting this sweetheart neckline. So what we are going to do at the upper part, at the neckline, you take your desired measurement. So I'm taking 4 inches. So at the depth of the neckline, I took 6 inches. So I'm also going to take the 4 inches I took at the neckline at this part of the neckline, like so. So that's for that. Then the next thing, I'm trying to cross check and make correction over there. So it is 4. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to connect the dots together by using my ruler to roll them together, like so. So I'll also connect the bottom part of the neckline, the depth of the neckline. So can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do now, from the upper part, I'm just going to measure 4.5 inches. I'm going to measure 4.5 inches. So at that point, I'll go ahead and connect it like so. I'll connect it with my curve. I'll connect it to the midpoint of the neckline, like so. So you can use your free hand if you do not have this curve. So I'll go ahead and connect it from that point, from where I took the 4.5 inches. I'll connect it to the midpoint of the neckline. This is how it looks after connecting it. I'm being careful, so I'm using permanent marker, so I don't want it to the ink to stain my uh, rulers. That's why I have to use my hand to curve the line very well. So the next thing I'm going to do right away now is to cut out the neckline so that we can see how it looks. A sweetheart neckline looks like. So this is how it looks like. This is a sweetheart neckline. So you can go ahead and pull your darts. So this is how to cut your um sweetheart neckline. So we'll go straight to the drafting, cutting of the next neckline. This neckline is very, very beautiful. So this is called the inverted Queen Anne neckline. Okay, so we'll go straight to the cutting. The next, what we are going to do right away now is to measure 3 inches at the neckline. Then go ahead and measure the depth of the neckline, which is 6.5. You can use 7, all depend on you. So the next thing I'm going to do right away is to take, instead of 3 inches, I'm going to take 4 inches at this side. I took 3 inches at the up, so I'm going to take 4 inches. So it all depends on you. Can take 5 inches at the bottom part of it. Depend on how wide you want the neckline to be at the bottom. So the next thing I'm going to do is to connect the dots together with my ruler. So by the time I connect this 4 inch to the 3 inch, you see that it will no longer look straight. It will be a slant line. So can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right away at the midpoint of the neckline, I'm going to go in by 2 inch. So you can go in by 2.5, you can go in by 3 inch. It all depends on how you inverse you want the neckline to look like at the midpoint. So I'll go ahead and connect it from this bottom point here, this angle here. I'm going to connect it, or from the midpoint I'm going to connect it down to meet the angle, like so. So this is how it looks. This is called the inverted and Queen Anne neckline. So what I'm going to do right away now is to cut the neckline so that we can see how it looks. So this is how it looks after cutting, and this neckline is very beautiful. So we'll move straight to the next neckline. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button. If you have watched up to this extent, please do well to drop inverted neckline. Type inverted neckline in the comment section. Do give this video a thumbs up and share the link on your WhatsApp status and Facebook or on Instagram. So the next thing we're going to do is this beautiful neckline. It is called the scoop neckline. So in this neckline is very beautiful. So what I did at the top, I measured 4 inches. So at the bottom, I will do same by measuring 4 inch also. This neckline is very easy to make and it is beautiful if you cut it well or draft it well, then cut it well. So the next thing I'm going to do right away is to join the 4 inches at the top to the 4 inches at the bottom, and the depth is 6.5 inches. Okay, so I'll go ahead and connect it to the midpoint. So you can also make yours 6 inches, 7, it all depends on you. So the next thing I'm going to do now, so if you do not have ruler, just measure 1 inch at this angle, then you can go ahead and connect it like so. Okay, that's for those who do not have ruler. So I'll just use my curve to straighten it so that it will look really beautiful. So this is how it looks, but first let me connect it using my ruler. So this neckline is very beautiful. I want you to try it. I want to try this neckline. It is, people rarely do this neckline. This is U neckline. This U neckline. So go ahead and cut it out, and this neckline is practically ready. So we'll go straight to the fourth neckline. And please, the fifth neckline is very beautiful. So please do not stop here. Keep watching till the end of the video. So in this neckline, this one is somehow different from your regular neckline. So what we are going to do, you are going to take your 3.5 inch or your 4 inch or your desire, your client's inch. So I'm just going to mark it at the edge like so. I mark the shoulder like so. So this is the midpoint. This is the line. The line is indicating the midpoint there. So you need this line. So at this line, just go ahead and take your desired depth of the neck. So it can be 7, it could be 6, but I took 6.5. This is the wrap neckline. So some wrap ends at the dart, while some stay to the end of the waist. That's the circumference of the waist. So at the waist, this one is at the waist. So I went up by 2.5 inches. So I'll just go ahead and connect from one of the shoulder, one of the neckline, where the shoulder meets with the neck. So from there, I'm going to connect it like so and meet the midpoint. Then from the midpoint, then I'm going to connect it to meet the end part of the pattern. This is very easy to make. The another thing you should note in this wrap neckline is that at this side, you have to make two of this side that is wider and longer. So I'm going to remove one part. So the part I'm removing, you don't need it. So the part that will be remaining, you have to make two of this and place it on each other. So that's the wrap neck line. I hope you understand. So if you have watched it to this extent, you can type wrap neckline at the um, comment section. So we'll go straight to the next neckline. This neckline is so beautiful and very easy to make. So what we are going to do right away now is to measure, take the standard 3 inches at the neckline, then the depth 3 inches. This neckline is called the keyhole neckline. Wash it to the end so that you can see the neckline I'm making. So I measured 3 inches depth, like I said before, and 3 inches wide. So I'll go ahead and connect the 3 inches upward and downward together to form our neckline. Okay, so after that I'll go ahead and measure where I want the keyhole to start. From the midpoint there, I'm going to take 4.5 inch, because I want the keyhole neckline to start, the keyhole to start at 4.5 inches and end at 6.5 inches. Then the midpoint between 4.5 and 6.5 is 5.5. I hope you understand. So we are going to work with the 5.5, 4.5, and 6.5. So at that 5.5, we are going to go in by 4 inch. It all depends on you, so you can exceed it to 5 inch wide. It all depends on you at this bottom part. So I'll go ahead and rule this straight to meet this point and even beyond. So you go ahead and join it to the armhole like so. So the next thing we are going to do is to connect from that 4 inch to meet the 4 inch wideness, to meet the 4.5 inch at the top, like so. Then also the bottom part of it, can you see this neckline is very beautiful? So you can decide to do sweetheart neckline. It all depends on you. So you go ahead and connect it like so at the down point. So this is sweetheart neck at the bottom part of it, can you see? So you can also do the way you curved it at the up, you can also scoop it at the bottom like so. Just be creative, and you can craft at your the desired shape of the keyhole that you want. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut this off at the midpoint like so. I'm going to cut it off because this type of neckline has yoke. Also cut it at the bottom like so. If you are through cutting, I will open it so that you can see the beauty of this neckline. I'm going to put the yoke. Can you see? It is very, very beautiful. So this is sweetheart at the bottom. So this is keyhole neckline. So like I told you, you can explore whichever shape you want at the bottom. So I'll go ahead and also show you another one. Although I'm not going to cut it off, but I will just show you how you are going to do the bottom part in case you don't like the sweetheart. So you can also do it like so, scoop it like so. So it all depends on you. Thank you for watching this video till the end. I hope you'll be able to practicalize this neckline whenever your clients bring it to you. See you in our next video. Bye.